Krypton didn't die in a day.
I will find you. Go anywhere you want. You cannot hide from me.
I've run my whole life from responsibility. But today, I will fight.
Supergirl. Trailer plus reaction. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play it through and I'm going to wait and give you my reactions at the end. FYI, I'm not looking forward to this. I don't think it's going to be good. I don't think people are going to receive it well. I don't think the direction in which they're heading in is going to be a good one. And I think there's been some test screenings where the rumors have it that people have not actually been impressed with what they've seen. So far be it for me to comment on to spread rumors, but that's what's actually out there. I think there's been some test screenings already. So I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it personally because Superman has already let me down, and say what you will, Superman was rubbish. It was. Like, we're not even going to debate that. People can say what they want to say, but Superman wasn't good. For all the hope that Superman gave you, it did not deliver anything other than that. A blue suit, colorful. That's it. And he was still just as broody as the Superman you guys complained about. I don't care who's at the helm. I just want DC to do good. My PTSD is kicking in. So before I start rambling, I will save this to the end. Let's watch the trailer together. Let's see exactly what's going on in this new trailer. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the second one. Yeah, this is the second one. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it.
Krypton was a beautiful place. And then everything changed. But the life moves on.
Find the girl. Bring her here.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Krypton didn't die in a day.
I will find you. Go anywhere you want. You cannot hide from me.
Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys. I've run my whole life from responsibility. But today, I will fight for what is right.
See what I'm saying? Nothing in there was exciting. Listen, Lobo is one of my favorite DC characters. The antithesis, or the opposite to what Wolverine was. He's basically DC's version of Wolverine, right? And for those that don't know, Lobo's one of the powerhouse villains of the DC universe. This guy is just absolutely a nightmare. He's a nightmare, and he's literally a nightmare. So he's a Zarnian or Charnian, or I don't know how you say it. And he can only be killed by someone from his own race. So what he did, he committed mass genocide, murdered every single person or every other Zarnian there is. So now he's the only one. Over the years, his powers have kind of been ambiguous, right? They've been overly exaggerated, where he can clone himself through the drop of his blood, or he can regenerate. So there's a lot, but I will just run through some of them, right? And these are the most significant ones. Strength, agility, genius intellect. Yes, genius intellect. The two significant powers he's got that I think technically they are classed, I will class them as powers. Hell doesn't want him. Heaven doesn't want him. So he's more or less immortal. Let me repeat that. He's been kicked out of hell and he's been kicked out of heaven because he's a There's children watching. I can't say that. This guy is what badassery is supposed to be. He's the definition of badassery. So I hope they do him justice. You heard his voice a few times, and it's not the raspy, deep voice that you're used to, like, you know, the Lobo that everyone more or less grew up on. I hope, because I think it's Jason Momoa playing him. So I hope at some point he does, because Jason Momoa does have a deep voice. He does have a raspy voice, and he can do it. So I hope he does it. I hope that's someone else that was talking, but they said, you can run anywhere, I will still find you. I hope that's not Lobo talking, because if that's his voice, yeah, it's not gonna be good. But yeah, Superman was woeful. It was underwhelming compared to what I thought it was gonna be. There was a lot of contradictions in the movie itself that I noticed, and I don't think other people did. But I'll do a breakdown later on that at some point. It was just such a letdown. And before anyone comes for me, to this day, my favorite Superman was the Brandon Routh version of Superman. And the reason being, that was the closest thing to Christopher Reeves I think we've ever gotten. Also, the only problem with that movie, it was boring. There was no main villain that could hit just as hard as he can, that would push him to the limits. There was no emotions like in that movie. There was a lot of saves, there was a lot of powers being exhibited and everything else. So we had that nostalgic effect because we saw the Christopher Reeves version when he was doing that as well. But it was just boring. It was literally just boring, and I think that's where they flopped. And now Zack Snyder comes, does his version, and that was just all action and not too much emotion, not too much Clark Kent, not too much. We couldn't really see ourselves in Superman, and that's what Christopher Reeves did very well, where he played the goofy side and he played the superhero side, and you would honestly think it was two completely different people. And I think Tyler Hoechlin done the exact same thing in the Arrowverse, right? He played it so well, where Clark Kent is a mild-mannered, goofy reporter, but Superman is the embodiment of what men strive to be, right? And quite frankly, Superman didn't do a good job. Listen, this ain't a Superman breakdown, it's a Supergirl breakdown, but I think they're going to go the exact same route as the Superman movie. I think it's going to be boring. It's going to borrow from so many other projects out there that James Gunn has done, that it's just going to look like a clone or another wannabe version of those. It's just going to look like a continuation, like okay, this worked in this movie, that worked in this movie, let's use it here. I know, before anyone comes for me again, James Gunn isn't directing this. I know that, but it's going to be another clone of something that James Gunn did. I can feel it. You can almost see it. I'm tired of James Gunn's characters always wearing these trench coat, like, what is up with that? I'm tired of them listening to Walkmans. What is up with that? I'm tired of them always assembling a group of people in order for them. But then when they assemble this group of people, they end up becoming overshadowed by these. Like, it's weird how he does these things. I'm a fan of good products. I'm a fan of good script writing. I'm a fan of good movies being put out there. I'm a fan of good entertainment in general, and quite frankly, everything that keeps coming out nowadays is just absolutely dross. And this is one of the reasons why people say superhero fatigue, but I think superhero fatigue don't exist. I think bad writing exists, you know. Listen, it is what it is. I'm still gonna go out there, I'm still gonna support it, I'm still gonna watch, I'm still gonna try for my money to be amongst the ones that keeps this DC project going, so they can release more and hopefully get it right on the next one's coming. But I still think it's gonna fall face flat. Regardless if you like it, regardless if I like it, at the end of the day, people are gonna vote with their money, whether they like it or not. And if it doesn't make what it's supposed to make or what it's projected to make, you can't say that it was successful. Then let's be real. We're in an entertainment industry where it's all about money, right? They're putting out a product so you can buy into it. And if people are not buying into it, that means it was successful. Let's not try and inflate anything. Let's not try and talk about all this. I don't care about none of that. Whether you like the Snyderverse or you like James Gunn, I don't give a damn. I just want the right person to do the right projects. and make DC at least compete with Marvel in the cinematic universes, right? Because we know when it comes to the animation movies, DC's head and shoulders above Marvel. I'm not going to lie to anyone, because every single project they've put out in the animated universe has been a hit for me personally. And at the end of the day, you're on my channel, so I'm guessing you're here for my opinion. Am I wrong? I don't know. Am I right? I don't know. It's just my opinion. So leave your comments below. We can have a civil conversation. Please just be respectful. No, if you think I'm being a bit too harsh, no problem. And again, if this is successful, I will come out here and say, you know what, I was wrong. But at the same time, let's just have an open dialogue, honest, and just be respectful at the end of the day. It's your opinion versus my opinion. No one's right. Opinions are just opinions. They're not factual, Yeah. That was an okay trailer, but even from what I saw, I don't think this is going to be successful. I don't. With that being said, listen, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for joining me, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.